At 2:43 a.m., the hospital hallway camera captured a patient standing at the end of the corridor. The problem? That patient had died 3 hours earlier. Tonight you are about to hear 5 terrifying true night shift horror stories. If you work nights, you might want to keep the lights on. So let's begin. Story 1: The empty hospital room. Callista was working the overnight shift, 3rd floor, oncology wing. At 2:40 a.m., her station phone rang. Room 312. She answered. Silence, then slow breathing. Room 312 had been empty for 2 days. She walked down the hallway. The door was slightly open. The lights were off, but the heart monitor was on, and it was beeping, steady rhythm, as if someone was hooked up to it. She stepped inside. The bed was empty, but the bathroom door was closed. The breathing started again, from inside the bathroom. If you were her, would you open that door? Comment door if you would. She did not open it. Security searched the room. No one was inside, but the monitor log showed something chilling. A pulse had been detected for exactly 2 minutes. At 2:43 a.m., the same time the patient in that room had officially been pronounced dead. Story 2: Security Camera 4. Marcus works security at a warehouse, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., alone. Every hour he checked the cameras. At 3 a.m., camera 4 flickered. It showed someone standing in the loading dock, tall, still, facing the wall. He rewound the footage. The figure had not walked in. It was just suddenly there. Marcus grabbed his flashlight and checked. The loading dock was empty. He returned to the office. Camera 4 was normal again, but camera 2 showed something worse. Someone was standing outside the security office door. The handle slowly started turning. Over and over. Marcus opened the door. No one was there. The next morning he reviewed the footage again. At 3 a.m., when the loading dock figure appeared, the camera inside the office showed Marcus sitting perfectly still, not moving, staring directly into camera 2. Story 3: The hotel guest. Leah worked the night shift at a roadside hotel, alone. At 1:30 a.m., a man walked into the lobby, pale, quiet, no luggage. He asked for room 9. She checked the system. Room 9 was already occupied. She looked up to tell him. He was gone. The lobby door had not opened. 30 minutes later, the phone rang. Room 9. The guest inside sounded terrified. He said someone was knocking on his door, whispering through it, saying, "You are in my room." Police arrived. No one was found. Security footage showed the man walking into the lobby, then walking down the hallway, then entering room 9, without opening the door. Would you quit that job? Story 4: The late train. A subway operator worked the last train of the night. One passenger boarded, a woman in white. She sat at the back. When he checked the rear camera, she was no longer sitting. She was standing, right behind his cabin door, smiling. At the next station, the train was completely empty, but on his seat, there was a damp handprint. Story 5: The call center. A man working overnight tech support received a call at 4:04 a.m. The caller ID read internal line 12. That line had been disconnected for months. He answered. A distorted voice said, "Stop working nights." He hung up. The phone rang again. Same line. This time it said, "You will not see me coming." The office lights flickered. The power went out. When the emergency lights came on, every computer screen displayed the same message. "We told you. Night shifts are quiet, too quiet." If you made it all the way to the end, comment midnight so I know you survived. Which story disturbed you the most? If you enjoy true horror stories like this, like the video, and subscribe to Voice After Dark, because next time, the stories get darker. And if you are working tonight, you might not be alone.